So let's put a shape on here. Let's put a right triangle, and we'll create 3 points. Here's my right triangle, and it's composed of point A, point B, and point C. Now, I want to reflect this over the x-axis. That means every point has to move over the x-axis. And we're going to look at a couple special cases here in just a second where they do some slightly different things. But for this first one, what we want to do is take point A and move it over the x-axis. We want to do the same thing with point B, and we want to do the same thing with point C. Now what you'll find is that these points will remain on the same line. So C is going to remain on that same line. Right now, that point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the x-axis. It's going to stay on the same line, and it will remain 5 away from the x-axis. So there's my C prime. A is going to stay on the same line and the same distance from the x-axis. It was 1 away from the x-axis, so A prime is 1 away from the x-axis. Point B is 5 away. Well, it's going to stay 5 away, so there's my B prime. And now, when I connect my points, I have my reflected triangle. It's reflected over the x-axis. It's still the same size. It's still the same shape. What's changed is the location and the orientation. Now, if I reflect that same thing over the y-axis, now my points are going to, again, they're going to stay on the same line, but they're going to jump over that y-axis. So point A is 2 away from the y-axis. It's still 2 away from the y-axis on the same line. Point B is 2 away, still 2 away, just on the other side. And point C is 5 away, so it's going to still be 5 away. And now I have my reflected image, same size, same shape, different location, different orientation. It's as if I just picked up that triangle and flipped it right over the axis. Now there's 2 special cases that we have to pay attention to. Let me put a trapezoid up here so that 2 of the points are on the x-axis. So here's my trapezoid, and let's call this point A, point B, C, and D. What's going to happen to points A and B when I flip them over the x-axis? Start? Yeah, they're going to stay there. I can't really flip them over the axis because they're already on the axis. So point A and B are going to stay there. Point D was 1, 2, 3, 4 away. It's still 1, 2, 3, 4 away. Point C was 4 away, and it's still going to be 4 away just on the other side. So now I have my mirror image that's been flipped over that x-axis. But if the points are already on the axis, I can't flip them over it. They're going to stay put. We could have another case where we have a triangle, and let's just create a quick little triangle. And we have point A, point B, and point C. Now, I want to reflect that over the x-axis. That means every point has to go over the x-axis. And it doesn't matter if they go in different directions. Point B is 3 points away. Well, it's still 3 points away. It's going up there. So this is now point B. Point A, 3 away, still 3 away. Point C, 1 away, still 1 away. Notice that they went in different directions, and that's okay. They don't all have to go in the same direction, but they all have to cross the axis If one goes one way and the other ones go the other way, that's fine. Not a problem. Turn to page